Many years ago, I got sick and I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. And it made it really difficult for me to walk. I was on a walker. I could barely move my hands and my arms. And they got everything under control, but the arthritis part still stays. It's still very difficult for me to walk or jog or do things like that. And I was on so many medications, it made me gain weight, and it was very hard to get the weight off. So like the only things that I could really do are things in the pool, because it's easier on my joints, or biking. I decided to get the e-bike, and I got one that folded up so that I can take it in my truck wherever I want to go, and I don't have to rely on anybody. And I fell in love with it instantly. So I did full speed down the street, and I hit 22 miles an hour, and I had the biggest grin on my face. And I said, oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. You gotta try this. So he got on, he tried it, and he went down the block, he came back, and the first thing he said was, I want one. I want to buy one.
My name's David Carpenter, and I grew up on Long Island. Thought I would just be pedaling a regular bike alongside her. That was totally my plan. I really thought that it would just always assist too much. I realized so quickly that this could be part of anyone's exercise program. And it made me think of variable intensity training, where you want to have high intensity and low intensity. You want to be able to go back and forth and pedal for maybe 1 or 2 minutes at whatever level and jump back and forth. That gives you a much better workout. Those fat tires and getting onto the sand, onto the farm, and being able to use just the slightest assistance and actually go. And so I find a setting of one gets me through just about anything over at the farm or on this grass and stuff like that. I didn't think it was possible. When I went down the block and realized the speed that it can do, I realized this is also kind of a freedom. I could go much further away from home and still be able to get back with more assistance if I needed to get back. And I guess the last thing is, when she went back to order up a bike for me, she found one that was a little bit bigger, and it was green, and it just brought back this nostalgia, because I had a green dirt bike as a child, and it had tires just like that.
So like when I built my bike, I'm like, wow, this is a bike. This is big. This like reminds me of a motorcycle. But then he got his Brawn, and that thing is bigger. And so now the bikes are named Chester and Spike. His is the Bulldog, mine's the little one. And what I usually do is I start at just the bike without any assistance until I'm tired. I've lost 8 pounds so far. And then once I get tired, I'll push it to the first level and do that till I'm tired, then to the second, and then by the time I get to the third, I'm really tired. I can feel my legs burning, but I have no joint pain. You have no idea how difficult it is for me to exercise with the joint pain. And so like this to me is night and day difference. It's made a huge change. You know, it's been so long since we've ridden a bike that you forget how much fun it is.
Yeah.
And it really does make you feel like a kid again.
And just feeling that breeze again, it's just like when I was a kid on that motorcycle, and it's been so much better. I have a knee problem. I can't run anymore. I used to run in the Navy. But this thing with proper pedal setting, Doesn't bother my knee at all, no matter what I do. We need to get the wiggles out of this dog, and we need to go out on the road, and we need to go for a while, but she gets tired before us. So my dear wife got me a doggy backpack. That's right. So we shove her in the back, and she sits there looking over my shoulder, catching the breeze as we motor down. She's a very fit dog, too. She needs that exercise. She needs more than just being walked around.
Right.
So to take her out for a good run means a lot to her.
I like to be outdoors. I like to, be in the environment, take it to pretty places. Then it doesn't feel like exercise. So the only way I could do that is with an e-bike. Because I've had other bikes here that I've tried, and I get down to the corner, and I get about 2 miles, and I'm winded, and it's like, well, that's it, I'm gonna go home. And it's not as much fun. I knew I could go further. We have some beautiful trails and beautiful roadways here along the water. And I can go out for a 40-minute ride now and not even really feel that I've been exercising, that I had a good time, I come home, it was fun, but yet the next morning I feel in my legs, I'm like, oh, I gotta work out. I gotta work out today. So it's fun because it doesn't feel like exercising.
And really being able to explore more than I could ever think about on foot. I anticipate doing a lot of that this summer. So we want this to be our, forever home at this point, and we're very fortunate to be on the water and around all the beaches and things like that, and really take advantage of the area. Yeah, for sure.